This is a painful one, Chiefs Kingdom. A 31-28 loss to the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day that stings. From the jump, this felt like a game the Chiefs could and should have closed out. The scoreboard shows a back-and-forth shootout, but the story underneath is frustration. This wasn't a total collapse. It was a series of small failures, death by 1,000 cuts. The offense moved the ball. They put points on the board. They gave the team a lead. But defensive discipline and situational execution cost Kansas City dearly. Hold on to your seats. We are going to break this down play by play, decision by decision. Let's start with the snapshot. If you look at the offense, they did their job. They jumped on an early turnover and turned it into points, a textbook start. They produced a fourth-quarter red zone drive that briefly flipped the scoreboard. Patrick Mahomes was elite. He threaded throws under pressure, extended plays, and orchestrated the offense brilliantly. Rashee Rice was electric, creating explosive plays that kept KC in striking distance. Travis Kelce did what he always does, found the soft spots in coverage and moved the chains on critical downs. But despite all that production, they lost. Why? Because when the offense hands you a lead in the fourth quarter against a surging team like Dallas, the defense has to hold the line. Tonight, they didn't. If we look at the game tape, 3 specific themes define this loss. Penalty-driven extensions. This is the big one. We saw multiple defensive pass interference, DPI calls, and questionable contact penalties that consistently bailed Dallas out. Just when the Chiefs looked like they had a stop, a flag flew, granting the Cowboys a fresh set of downs. The inability to close. The Cowboys engineered a decisive touchdown drive late in the fourth quarter. It included a crucial short yardage conversion where the KC defensive front just couldn't get the push. Dallas bent, but the Chiefs broke. Situational awareness. Whether it was special teams details or clock management, the small margins went against Kansas City. As one analyst put it, you don't lose games like this because your quarterback forgot how to throw. You lose them because you gave the other team too many second chances. We have to be blunt here. If you are looking for where to place the blame, it lands squarely on the defense. Andy Reid and the offensive staff called a competitive game. They were aggressive on fourth down, and it paid off. But the defensive situational planning failed. Personnel matchups. Defenders were often left out of position on crucial throws. Pressure. The pass rush failed to get home on key third down reps. Discipline. The hesitation on contested catches led to panic and penalties. A defense that cannot get off the field in the fourth quarter hands the advantage back to the opponent. That is exactly what happened tonight. Let's zoom out. This franchise is built on high expectations, Super Bowl titles in 1969, 2019, 2022, and 2023. That history amplifies the disappointment of a loss like this. This defeat tightens the window in the AFC considerably. Instead of building separation, Kansas City is now in a dogfight for seeding. The trend, the offense remains historically efficient, but the defense has been variable all season. The reality, if this pattern of defensive lapses continues in close games, the path to another Super Bowl becomes incredibly rocky. The film room fix for next week? Tighter technique on contested throws to avoid DPI and disguised pressures to confuse opposing quarterbacks. These sound like small tweaks, but in the NFL, they are the difference between 3 points and 7. Finally, a word to the kingdom. It is okay to be frustrated. This was a self-inflicted wound on a national stage. But this team has rebound muscle, they have a veteran coaching staff, and the best quarterback on the planet. They will watch the tape, they will see the errors, and they will adjust. The season isn't over, but tonight is a loud reminder. Defense wins championships. And the Chiefs need theirs to show up. We dust ourselves off and we move on. Stay tuned.